Since 2005, for 6 days every summer, the gcLi at the Fountain Valley School of Colorado has hosted a unique lab. Its participants are 60 teachers. Its purpose? To learn how to teach students how to develop leadership. Here is our story.
So what we do at gcLi is we help teachers learn how to develop the leadership in their students. And people might ask, well, is that even possible? The answer is yes.
But gcLi is unique. They started with about 2 years of research on what leadership was all about and what led some people to be leaders and not others. And then the whole system, every year, data is collected from the participants and fed into the planning for the next year. So it's probably the most research, conceptual-based program that I've ever run across. And there is no other one like it.
I like to work with people who are engaged, and every summer when I come to the gcLi, I find several dozen super engaged people who want to learn and who want to work and who want to play, and to me that's just way cool.
So leadership can be taught in elementary grades very easily in a lot of different ways.
So I think the thing that I've taken away from gcLi that I've tried to apply to my school that's had an incredibly profound benefit is giving students those real leadership opportunities that we might think they might not be up to, but if we prepare them and we support them in getting ready for those big moments, they can succeed in ways that adults are actually not capable of succeeding themselves.
We had a keynote speaker who came to us one summer, and an esteemed gentleman who was at the University of Pennsylvania Graduate School of Education, and he did a Google search, which I thought was such a neat idea before his keynote, pedagogy of leadership, the art of understanding how to teach about leadership. And he said, you're the only ones who pop up on that Google search. The only ones. He said, that's astonishing. Leadership matters so much. Of course, if it matters, you need to have a science about how to teach it. But gcLi was the only group and organization that was dedicated to that in their mission. There's plenty of organizations that will teach teachers how to develop their leadership better. But to teach the teachers how to develop it in their students, that's what makes us unique.
So one of the most valuable lessons I learned here was that students are much more capable of leading than I think we often think that they are, and that we need to entrust more of the leadership of our schools to students in age-appropriate ways.
And coming to this leadership lab made me really aware of all the times during the school day when I can really give a child the power to feel like they can make a difference.
It's important that this be a laboratory with all the ramifications of that word. A place where crucibles happen, where learning happens through experimentation and feedback and reiterating processes. So it's a place where the students learn, the teachers learn, and it's a lot about the exchange among all the participants, all in the service of learning.
My experience as a participant at gcLi was absolutely transformative for me.
And here at gcLi, we don't preach a one-size-fits-all kind of program or curriculum per se. And I think what's been most successful in my own work at my school is really trying to tie in the existing culture and mission and core values to these elements of student leadership development.
So we teach our teachers to get their students to take these small risks and succeed. Or if they don't, they learn what went wrong, they strategize, they do it again, and then they get more confidence, and then they take bigger and bigger and bigger challenges. So one can break down this elusive, mysterious phenomenon called leadership into its constituent skills and competencies and drill it and teach it and embody it and grow it. Just like learning your times tables or a complicated physical act like shooting a basketball into a hoop. That's what we do at the gcLi. That's what makes us unique. And that's what's so exciting about this work, because if we think about a world where school teachers and school administrators understand how to empower students to be aware, to care, and to take risks, to act, to make things better, we're making a better world.
The gcLi experience is ultimately an adventure. It is a lab. It is a place where people come and they take risks and they want to learn and they are fully invested in this experience. And so ultimately, I think it's a place of learning. It's a place of growth. It is a place to do some really deep and difficult and challenging self-reflection. And it's an incredibly enriching experience, and you go home changed. And I look forward to that every year.
And so the participation is there. It just takes a teacher who's inspiring, who's passionate about leadership, and a bunch of kids who can hang out with their teacher and feel safe and feel like they're being helped in some sort of a way that makes them a better person.
It allowed me to understand about who I am, about understanding self-awareness. And I really walked away from the program understanding that if you're going to become a leader, you best start understanding yourself. And that's what gcLi provided for me.
What I would use to measure the effectiveness of the gcLi is, with the students that we interact with now, what are they going to be like when they're 40? Are they going to have had the opportunities and experiences that are important to them, that have helped them become the people they want to be? Or are we not helping foster that outcome? And it's a measure that we can't respond to, because the reality is the results are so far into the future. But as I think about what it is I do each day, that's the measure that's most important to me.
It needs to be experiential and conceptual. It needs to engage the head as well as the heart. And it needs to be in a social, collaborative context.
I am very committed to teaching leadership to girls, because I think when more women are in positions of leadership in this world, the quality of life in this world is going to get better.
Almost to a person that I've talked to individually and who have written feedback, almost to a person they say, this week changed their lives.